It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, you beautiful people, welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and if you're a hungry tummy, we're gonna make you feel good. And what better way to celebrate World Chocolate Day than with a cookie that's big, bold, and bursting with chocolatey joy. So we brought in the big guns. We've got food influencer Keegan Canterbury here to introduce us to his New York-style Chuckles cookies. And I want you to think crisp edges, gooey centers, and chunks of rich, melt-in-your-mouth chocolate in every bite. Plus, we're gonna be putting our taste buds to the test with a fun chocolate tasting challenge. So, Keegan, I'm so grateful that you're here. I feel like I should give you a hug, man. Ahead of World Chocolate Day.
Thank you.
What inspired this cookie chocolate thing that you're about to make, man?
You know, my love for chocolate definitely inspired this. I think taking the texture of the Chuckles, that crisp, light, airy texture, adding it with some of the lovely salted caramel truffles you get from Woolies, and it creates this epic flavor explosion.
You are being naughty right now. Already, listen, the Chuckles on their own is like kryptonite. So the fact that you're turning it into something even more irresistible, the world's not ready, but brace yourselves. We're about to show you how this goes down. So talk to me about the recipe, and especially the fact that we're celebrating the chocolate festival with Woolworths as well. So
100%.
This is exciting, yes?
Super exciting, 110%. So the recipe is super straightforward, super easy. We're going to just get straight into it.
Yeah, let's do that.
We're using the choc chip cookie kit from Woolworths.
Nice.
Lifesaver, perfect results every single time. And we're basically going to start, we've got some butter in our mixing bowl.
Lekker.
And we're going to add the sugar that we get from the actual mix, the cookie kit.
So butter's in here already, right?
Butter's in there already, ready to go. We're going to add in our sugar.
Are these ingredients coming from the...
So the kit gives you the sugar, and then it gives you the dry mix, which is all your flour, etc. So it's quick, easy, and then you get your chocolate with it as well.
So I just need to grab the usual pantry staples, and everything else is sorted.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful. So even I could do this.
Yes, 100%. It's super easy to make. And then from there, we're basically putting it in our stand mixer, and we're mixing just basically for 30 seconds. It just creates like almost like a crumbly rubble. It's a New York style cookie, so we're creating just a slight crumble.
Okay.
And then from there, we add in the rest of the ingredients.
All right. And what's important for me is to perfect this journey of texture.
Yes.
I mean, you mentioned it with the Chuckles earlier and how we're getting that texture, but for me, the fact that you get these crispy, sort of crunchy edges, crumbly on the next level, and then on that inside, it's gooey, ooey, gooey.
Yes.
How do you get that right? How do you perfect that? That's where I'm trying to pay attention.
Perfect. So when it comes to the New York style cookie, we, as I say, we don't mix too much, so it almost creates like a crumbly texture. And then what we do is we freeze the dough once it's done. And then from there, we basically cook it. So as it defrosts while it's cooking, the crispy edges form.
Frozen.
And then it's gooey on the inside.
Oh, so that is how you kind of manipulating the effect of what's been baked or cooked versus what's not.
100%.
Because the frozen stuff has still got to thaw out while the rest, oh my gosh.
Yes.
It's like science.
It is. It's fully, baking is a full science. We're going to pop in our dry mix here. As you say, it's a science. I think with baking, you know, the ratios are always important.
Yes.
But Woolies does it for you with the baking kits, and then obviously all the chocolate that you get to add into
I
it.
think that was always the reason why I never attempted baking, and I was never as brave as you, because I was just like overwhelmed by, I've got to get the ratios right, and if you don't do this step first before the other one, it's going to be a flop. But I think, especially when you dive into some of these options like these kits that Woolworths has, it really does make it so easy. So it takes that 100%. Overwhelming feeling away and kind of gets you excited. It's like building a puzzle, unlocking this incredible story. And I think every step of the way it's clearly marked, so you don't have to stress much.
It is. It's incredible.
Is that why you're so calm out here? Like,
I'm always calm, super chilled.
I love it.
Rahul, is it fine if I ask you to cut some of
Of course, man. I was waiting for you to get me to work. So I'm opening this up, and what am I doing?
You're basically just crushing those up. I'm adding 1 egg into here, basically just to mix this and bind together slightly.
Okay. How would you suggest I crush this? Just grab like a spoon or something, maybe?
You can use the knife and just chop it up if you want to.
Okay, be careful with this one. Maybe watch the kids if they are going to be involved in this recipe. I'm going to try my best to... Ooh, is that good?
That's perfect.
Is that perfect?
That's stunning.
I use a bit of brute force there, but I think it works out.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah,
I think that World Chocolate Day, you know, like we need all the Chuckles we can get into this mix.
And I'm thinking, like, what's going to happen to this when we put it in the recipe? Some of it's going to melt, but some of it's going to stay crunchy?
Yes. It creates that perfect combination of texture from the melting chocolates to the crumbly but almost crisp texture of the Chuckles.
You want more of this?
That is perfect.
Okay, cool.
We
So
can
I
add
use the
that
knife.
in.
You can use the scissors. I think just be careful
Yes.
with that step.
Yes.
Use your hands, pop it in like
You can use a mallet, anything just to make it
yeah,
easy.
that's smart stuff, like cheesecloth in a
Yes.
bag or something crazy. So that's also going in the mix.
Perfect, yes. This all
Yum!
goes in. You can add up to 2 bags of Chuckles, stunning, like whatever you want. I know I finish a whole bag, but I mean,
When you said you can add 2 bags, I think everyone at home was like, must add 2
Noted.
bags minimum.
fully, yes. And then we're adding the choc chips that come from the kit as well. So
Okay, nice.
these come with the kit, stunning. And if you want extra chocolatey flavor and aroma, you can add cocoa to this as well.
Oh, wow.
Just to make
So-
sure we're really getting through.
But I mean, we've got
everything the
Chuckles
small
in here,
chocolate
we've got
there.
chocolate chips. Cocoa could
Yes.
also then, like you said, add more of that chocolatiness to it. If we haven't got
100%.
enough of that. You,
Yes.
I see a cracked egg. Did you pop that in already?
Yes,
oh,
the
I
egg
missed
went
that step.
in. Yes,
okay, cool.
yes. So while you were crushing all of those lovely Chuckles, we were popping in the egg.
Nice, but this is something that, I mean, even if you didn't have one of these blenders, you could kind of do by hand still, right? You wouldn't have an
Definitely
issue with
could do
that.
by hand. Yes.
And probably burning more coal, so earning the good treats that you're going to put back in.
100%, 100%. So with this now, we are going to get a bit messy.
Ooh, okay.
So with this, you basically take some of the mix, and we're going to pop some of our salted caramel truffles inside
Wait,
for just that
hold on
extra
now.
flair.
Okay.
And making some magic. So generally, you can use your hands,
Yeah.
and then you basically take it and you pat it out into your hand. And then if you want to take out one of those salted caramel truffles,
Oh, my word, you don't have to ask me
in
twice.
there.
Okay, so grab one of these. Am I popping it on there?
yes, you'll pop it onto there, and then we basically just encapsulate it.
Are you crazy?
we
This
mix
is really
it.
happening.
I'm going to add a tiny bit more on top here.
And that essential
for
will
the
be the
flair.
inside or the center of this cookie?
Yes, yes,
My
100%.
word.
So we make as many cookies as you like with this mix.
Yeah.
And then basically pop this all onto a baking tray. Put it into the freezer for 2 hours, and then you bake it, and it's perfect and ready to go.
Oh my word. You start
Yes.
talking poetry right now, Keegan. This is
So let's quickly,
sounding
yes.
incredible. And I love the fact that you weren't scum with the size of that cookie. I love that you
Yes,
just added.
yes.
Make it thicker, make it
Stunning.
bigger. We absolutely love that too. So this is brilliant.
100%, yes.
How long is that going in the oven?
16
Yes?
to 18 minutes, it creates the most perfect cookie, as I say. Crispy on the outside, stunning on the inside. The truffle melts and you get that perfect mouth
Okay, so
texture.
16 to 18 minutes, about 180 degrees, but you did say we've got to freeze it first.
Yes,
And
I
that's,
know.
that's going to give us that sort of textured journey.
The impatience with chocolate, I know you want to eat it immediately, but you know. you
So
have to
maybe
wait for
make
beauty.
like 2 batches. So one batch that you can just like eat all the batter while the other
Yes,
one's being
yes.
frozen.
You know, just keep half the batter for yourself.
Keegan, this is awesome, man.
Yes.
You've really taken something that is often quite overwhelming and made it sound and seem like fun, enjoyment, and a bit of a little bit, I think, a big memory in the kitchen too. So maybe the
100%.
entire family can get involved in this one. So I think shop the festival. It's the Woolworths Chocolate Festival. You can buy 3 for 2. It's happening right now up until the 20th of July. And I think with this recipe already, you've got every reason to be a part of the festivities. And I can't thank you
100%.
enough. Even this
Perfect.
was
Thank you, thank
delicious.
you. Thank you
Okay,
so
you
much,
didn't
Ralph.
prepare any else for eat now. Fine, we're gonna have to make it
Wow,
now.
then we
Let's
have to
get it in the
freeze
fridge. That's
it
fine.
still.
That's fine. We'll see you guys later.
Perfect.